This should be guaranteed catch. Perfect. Oh, that was easy. See it? Okay, this might take a while. Apparently not. Oh, okay, we got it. Thank God. Okay, this might get a bit sketchy if we don't catch this soon. Perfect. Easy peasy. So, she starts off with a Mr. Mime. This is going to try and set up screens, but we're not going to let it. We just kill this straight up with close combat. With a black belt, we always kill this, yeah. Now, with the defense drops, we don't bait in Sylveon in the back, we bait in Decidui. That just helps our line. I think we're fine either way, but this should be Decidui, and this should only ever be Poltergeist. Never SD, because I show a fast 2-hit KO with Overheat. We're going to go straight into Corviknight, who is immune to Poltergeist because I did not give it an item. Sure, we'll do it later. It's fine. 4 damage. I almost feel a bit embarrassed. I almost feel sorry for him. Recoil never puts us into danger zone, which is less than 61 HP, even if he had crit, I believe. This is always weatherball, so we're going to be pivoting. We go into Kingdra. Because this is always weatherball, we can confidently do this. And then subsequently we're going to bait a Hyper Voice only, never anything else. The reason we're doing this is because if we switched into a Weather Ball on Drapion, whose job it is to kill this, Max Roll Hyper Voice into Max Roll Quick Attack would have killed us. And the thing is, I cannot go Citrus or Auron because I need the Poison Barb item to make sure this is a one-hit KO. This is now an outspeed Oko, so Sylveon's going to go for Quick Attack, but it doesn't matter. We just always kill and always survive. Final mon is Linoon, who can get a bit scary because he has Belly Drum and Extreme Speed. So if you let this get a Belly Drum up, which it might do now, actually, he can potentially use Extreme Speed to kill your whole team, except I have a Ghost type, which takes nothing from this. So we're fine. Even if he Belly Drums, we're fine. Because we outspeed, in the rain, we outspeed. And we kill with superpower. Salmantum. Here he is. Interesting, the attack and defense drop didn't show on screen. I guess it doesn't matter because the fight's over. Ranger Jackson. 2 of this guy's Pokemon are very, very easily dealt with. His third required a little bit of planning. So this is one of the easy ones. Ape just outspeeds and kills this with close combat. Nothing much to say here. This is now Kingler. This is the Pokemon that I had to think about. This Kingler is actually surprisingly a bit of a threat. Kingler's base attack is really high. 130 is pretty impressive. In the rain, with holding an Assault Vest to make up for its lackluster special defense, this thing is actually not too easy to kill and does a lot of damage. So the way that we're getting around this, because this has some good coverage with water, ground, dark, and bug moves, is this is a guaranteed water and ground move always, never anything else. We're going to go into Executor. we can't stay in because we die to X as a crit. But this is only ever X's and never anything else. So the plan involves a little bit of a back and forth with a lot of accumulated chip damage. We go into Togi on the X scissor. We let him take Iron Barb's chip. We fake him out. This is now guaranteed high horsepower. It can be Crab Hammer as well. Both of those are contact moves, so we spike a shield. That's another bit of chip damage. We outspeed this. And so, we're going to rinse and repeat that whole sequence. And just like that, he's down to half health already. This is guaranteed water or ground move. And that's fine. Back to guaranteed bug move. And we repeat the sequence again, ridding this man of the other half of his health. Iron Barb chip. Even double crit would have been fine. We are no item so that this can't see knockoff as a kill. We fake out. We spiky shield. And this time we zing zap, because this is not a guaranteed kill with U-turn. Togi is a lower level because it's intentional. It's intentional. There are certain fights where you get healed beforehand. Gym leaders and gym battles, you get healed beforehand. So you can't pre-damage, so therefore baiting things in double battles is harder. Therefore, having the Pokemon that have protect moves at a lower level can be more useful because they take more damage and bait more kills. Anyway, this is almost always fake out, I believe. Classic Corviknight strats. This mon is so good. We take very little damage from this. We're just going to Feather Dance a couple times. This has to like 5-hit crit us to do any substantial damage. Okay, he's got 2. Oh dear, technically if he 5-hit crits us next turn we lose Corviknight. So I think now is the time where we're going to go straight into our backup, which is Berserker, who never loses to this once this is a -2. And Berserker can't be crit. We're gonna return the fake out. That looked like a pretty good roll actually. Go into Iron Head. And we're gonna Bullet Punch twice. It might kill in the first one. Ah, she missed the range. It's okay. Boring. Not a citrus wasted. On to the next one. Okay. So, even in the rain, Infernape Fake Out Overheat kills this. He's just too good. He's just too good. He's just too powerful. He can't be stopped. I really want to put together a little animation or something to show how many kills every mon has got. I really wonder how many Pokemon Infernape's killed. It must be insane. Guaranteed. Has to be the highest in this run. Right, next is Araquanid Scald. This is where things can get, if we get really unlucky, things can get possibly spicy, but it's really unlikely. There's a lot of things that can go right for us. This is always Scald, 100%. We go into Dragon. Now, Executor's ability is Harvest. It has a 50% chance at the end of every turn to just re-find a berry that's been used. So if this burns me turn 1, which it didn't, fine. We're already safe. So if this had burnt me turn 1, I'd use my roast, and then I never got another roast again. And this like crit me again and again and again, we might have been in trouble. I had loads of turns though to get Harvest, because I could have just synthesized 5 turns in a row. Although that only recovers 25% in rain. Anyway, we're gonna Wood Hammer. That's fine. This thing is never going to click Iron Defense because it thinks that we have a 2 KO, which we actually do, with physical and special moves. It might click Mirror Coat though. Okay, that was a really, really good roll, like an insane roll. Perfect. We're chilling. He's probably going to protect Store a little bit, but we're okay. Oh, he didn't even bother. This guy didn't even want to put in the effort. We're chilling. Now, this is guaranteed dual wing beat from Sizzle. It should never click. Yeah, no, it's never going to click Swords Dance because it always sees a kill. We go into Magnezone, who deals with this really, really well. Magnezone's cry is so cool. Yeah, this does like even with a crit Steel Gem Bullet Punch does like 19%, so we are free to do what we want. The only thing that can go wrong is if we click Explosion accidentally, so let's not do that. Let's click Metal Sound. And then Thunderbolt always kills. And that's that. On to the next one. None of these fights are terribly taxing. The Aqua Grunts that are coming up though, ooh. There's gonna be a lot of juice in my brain for those. Nice. Okay. So this is actually a Trick Room fight where the right side has Pokemon that have telepathy. That means they're not going to be affected by the left side spread damage moves. Shiftry has Explosion, and so does Wailord actually. So the idea is that the left side is just going to be exploding, the right side is going to be setting up Trick Room, immune to the explosion and damaging you. We are going to get around that by faking out the Shiftry turn 1. We outspeed it, so even though the Shiftry has fake out, it's never going to be able to use it on us. And with a Black Belt and Burn Guts Hariyama, Okos and outspeeds this Oranguru. Now with these defense drops, Gardevoir is going to come in on the right and always see a kill only on Hariyama. It does have a spread move however. Now with this fake out chip, Togedemaru always kills Shiftry with a 4x super effective U-turn because it's holding a Silver Powder that boosts bug type damage. Hariyama is going to switch straight into Drapion. Yep. No matter what happens here, Shiftry dies and we live both attacks on either side from Gardevoir. Perfect. We're going to switch straight into Magnezone, who also lives Dazzling Gleam, because that's the only thing that can target the left side as a spread move. Because he's always attacking the right side where Hariyama was. That's fine. And because this is a Trick Room team, the enemy Gardevoir and the enemy Wailord are extremely slow. Slow enough that our Magnezone outspeeds this Wailord, which it normally doesn't. And our Drapion outspeeds this Gardevoir, which I believe it normally does, actually. Because Drapion's pretty speedy. Drapion with a Poison Barb OHKOs the Gardevoir, and Magnezone needs no damage boost, because Wailord is a bad Pokemon and has really low base special defense. We just OHKO this. And that's the double. Very, very, very simple. On to the next one. Okay. So, we've seen lead Skarmory many times before. This is very similar to the other ones. This is a sturdy Skarmory. It means we can't OHKO it. And it wants to set up Stealth Rocks and Spikes. We are not aiming to kill this with Electrode. We are aiming to just get a lot of damage off and then get into the Pokemon that we really want in. This never kills because of Sturdy. That was a really good roll. We're going to go into Cloyster now. Cloyster walls the Skarmory. And that's fine. Now, to our advantage, this Skarmory has a Custap Berry. That means that this coming turn, because it's low HP, it's going to move first no matter what. We want that. Because he's probably going to set up more hazards. He's probably going to click Spikes here. He could Brave Bird as well. If he Brave Birds, can he die? Hold on. That's my one flaw in my plan. There was a flaw in my plan there. If this had Brave Bird crit me that turn, he would have died to his own recoil. Maybe the move would have been to not put Magnet on Electrode. I think that's true. I think I made a mistake there. It's okay, we didn't get punished. The punish there would have been the Stealth Rock stayed up. I think, actually, I'm looking at my rest of my plan, and I think that we would have been fine either way. This is a random move, so we're going to go into Lantern. We are Lumberry in case this confuses us, or burns us with Scald Crit. So we're fine either way. So it's okay. But that was, I should have thought about the Brave Bird recoil there. So it's a learning experience, something to keep in mind for the future. Okay, so Lumberry saved us there. This is always HP Grass, so we can't be statist anymore. We're going to Thunderbolt once. Perfect. Max damage crit from this Mantine is 110, so we never die to another attack. So we just kill with this Thunderbolt. Next is Flapple. This is a really interesting set. So, what's going to come in is a Grass Dragon, Flapple. This Flapple's holding a Lychee Berry. Lychee Berry, once you're 25% health, it increases your attack by 1 stage. The key thing is this Flapple's ability is Ripen, so if that Lychee Berry goes off, its effect is doubled, so we do not want to ever let this get to 25% health. It also has Dragon Dance and Substitute, which is a bit scary because it can substitute down to get its own Lychee Berry. However, the key thing is that we're so low health that this is never ever clicking Dragon Dance or Substitute, it's always attacking. So we get a free switch into Sizzle. Perfect, that was the best move it could have gone for. So I think I'm safe to do whatever I want, so let's just knock off. Oh, we didn't get to see whether it knocks off the item through Substitute or not. Okay, now we just kill with X as a we never die to crit. I guess this is citrus wasted. Wait, what happened there? Can Dragon Rush flinch you? If so, that's a lose condition that I didn't think about. It can. I should have bullet punched twice. That was a big, big choke. Let's bullet punch now. Okay, we're fine now. Get wrecked, bro. I should have done that last turn. That was definitely the best thing to do. Avoiding flinch chance and stopping it from substituting. That was definitely the play last turn. It's okay, doesn't matter. We're safe. Now, this Pikachu is normally a bit of a demon, so you don't hear that often. It has Light Ball, which ups its damage output. Thunder does like 70% to the Sizzle, which is insane. It's really fast. It has 146 speed. But the thing is, it just does absolutely nothing to Garchomp. And we outspeed this with Garchomp and kill. Really that simple. Poor guy, didn't get to do anything. I feel a bit sorry for him. We don't even need to click Earthquake, Bulldoze just kills this. And that's the end of that Pikachu. Oh, crit to rub it in as well. And that's that. Let's see if we have time. This Barraskewda never kills us, and we just Oko it back. So we're just going to Leaf Storm. Even a crit only does 66%, and the key point is that that does not put us in range for Grass Knot from Roserade who's coming in. It's only Sludge Bomb. So this is guaranteed Sludge Bomb. We go into Basculegion of all people, of all Pokemon. Quick Poison doesn't matter. Because of Swift Swim, we outspeed this, and with Twisted Spoon, boosted Psychic Fang, we always kill. That's the first time I've ever seen that animation, I think. This is Rotom, and it should be Thunder only. Lantern walls this Rotom pretty well. Especially as it's probably going to try and Will-O-Wisp us. We can probably get health back on Lantern as well by doing some pivoting. But we're just going to Thunderbolt this a few times. Get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked. We were always winning this anyway. This is a guaranteed 4 KO. Pretty unlikely 3 KO. He's just given up on Will-O-Wisping. That's fine. No, that means it's a 3 KO. Perfect, and we don't die to crit. This Rotom is not hitting its moves. Okay, this is now Jinx, and it's guaranteed Freeze Dry. Jinx is not going to try and substitute or Lovely Kiss, which is good for us. We need it to not click substitute, that's really important actually. If it substitutes, that's we can probably lose some Pokemon. But this is always Freeze Dry, because it always fast kills us. Our updated plan is to go into Berserker, who's holding a Lumberry in case this freezes. This thing has dry skin, so it's going to be recovering all of the damage that it does to itself from Life Orb. We are going to fake out though. Please tell me I've done this correctly. If I've calculated this correctly, with no damage boosts, okay, that looks like it's correct. Fake out into bullet punch should always kill this, even after dry skin recovery. Dry skin recovers 12.5%. Let's just have a look at the damage and see. This is now 82%-ish. Bullet punch does 86 minimum. And that's that. Last Pokemon is Goodra, who is completely walled by Primarina. So Primarina is going to come out and just destroy this. This is probably Aqua Tail. It can be Curse. I'm actually going to just spam Draining Kiss for a bit. Ooh, that's good for us. That's really, really good for us. Because watch this. Because this is cursed, it was actually faster than us before it cursed. But now that it's clicked curse, it's slower. And we can just do this. Waiting for the turn to end. And now he's stuck using curse. That's that. And that's that. We're at Weather Institute. Which is going to be much, much, much harder than the trainers that we fought today. First, Aqua Grunt. This one was hard. It took longer to plan than like 3 or 4 of the Pokemon of the trainers beforehand. But this is we're getting into fights that are actually really interesting now. Really fun to plan for and really much more difficult. Aqua Grunts are really, really annoying. Loads of them have quick claws, they have bright powders, they all have items where basically they're trying to hack you to destroy your Pokemon, wipe your run, etc, etc. So playing around all of that and trying to find riskless strats is really difficult. But I think we have close to a riskless fight here. There are 2 situations that can be risks, but it's pretty fictional. Let's hope so at least. Anyway, let's run it. On a plus side, despite getting hacked left, right and center by Team Aqua, their theme is fire. Okay, Barbarcle. This thing has Bright Powder and Stealth Rock, so if you miss it, it's going to set up Stealth Rock. It's also pretty bulky and pretty difficult to kill. However, it's 4 times weak to Grass, which is why we've retaught Gardevoir Magical Leaf. Gardevoir is faster, so it always outspeeds and always OHKOs, because we have given it the wise glasses. So, start of this fight is fine. The next Pokemon to come in is going to be Scolipede, and it's guaranteed to be Smart Strike. This is where things can get scary if we get flinched like 6 turns in a row, with some crits sprinkled in as well. We're going to go into Corviknight. Corviknight has to clutch up. If it doesn't, I don't even want to talk about that. Corviknight is like one of my best Pokemon. Okay. This Scolipede has King's Rock, so all of its moves can flinch. It has Pin Missile, so that if it multi-hits you, it has an even higher chance to flinch, and it has Rock Slide, which already has a 30% chance to flinch. It should never ever Swords Dance, because my Brave Bird can kill it. So it should never Swords Dance. It should only be clicking Rock Slide. Let's get a Feather Dance off. It can't miss, so we just have to not get flinched and not get crit. Okay, that's 1. I'm going to use 1 more. We don't technically need to be Feather Dancing, but I think on balance it's best to do so, because it means that we can survive for more turns, get a roost off, that sort of thing. Okay, there's the first one. And also Brave Bird doesn't always OHKO, it's a range. It's a good range, but let's not see another one. Okay. We do have a Citrus. I'm gonna roost here because I can't be risking. Okay, I'm getting a bit nervous now. Don't flinch. We've got the Citrus. Don't flinch. Okay. we're not going to go for another Feather Dance now. We're going to go for Brave Bird. Brave Bird is a 75% chance to kill. Don't flinch us. And hit the range. Okay, hit the range, Corviknight. You know you can do it. Yes! Okay. That was the biggest risk of this whole fight. You may say it's fictional, but I don't know. The Scolipede just got like 2 or 3 flinches in a row, so... Anyway. This is now Starmie, and this is always Thunderbolt. My plan for the Starmie is quite nice. So if this is always Thunderbolt, I get to go into... Electrode. Hisuian Electrode for free. Hisuian Electrode takes 10% from this Thunderbolt and can never get paralyzed because it itself is a electric type. That is how I understand it, at least. Now, this Volt Switch doesn't always kill. If it crits, it kills, but that doesn't matter because we can do this again and again. This is always Ice Beam, never anything else. So we can go into Basculegion, who is only here for pivoting. We get frozen, it doesn't matter. This is always Thunderbolt now. Yeah. So we rinse and repeat, and this time we actually kill with Volt Switch. Okay, so we take our kill with Volt Switch, and this is the key part of this whole plan. I get to bring in someone here to be sitting here already to deal with the last 2 Pokemon. However, the last 2 Pokemon are Breloom and Malamar. I need to deal with them in a very specific order because Breloom has also has Bright Powder, and you can miss it, so I need a specific setup to deal with that. With the Poison Barb, Drapion shows a kill on Breloom, a fast kill on Breloom, but not on Malamar. Let me just double check this. Indeed. If I go into Drapion now and it's sitting here, the AI will use Drapion to calculate who should come in next. This should therefore always be Malamar, not Breloom. Okay, let's see it. This is really important. Okay, good. Now, on this Malamar, this has Quick Claw, it has Superpower, it has Contrary. The idea of this Malamar is that it superpowers you, raises its own attack and defense, it can Hypnosis as well, and speed doesn't matter because it has a, I think, 30% chance for Quick Claw just to go off and just to outspeed you. That's really dangerous, and I can't allow it to hold the Quick Claw. Technically, Drapion can beat this with 2 Leech Lives, but also Malamar can beat me if it gets Quick Claw on the right turn. So the safest way to do this is just to knock off the Quick Claw turn 1. This is going to be Superpower now. It's now +1 attack, +1 defense. How much health is this on? So, unfortunately, this is on like 57%, which is higher than the minimum roll of Leech Life, so I can't stay in. That's fine though. This is always going for Superpower, never anything else. We go straight into Gardevoir on the Superpower, which is 4 times resisted. Really important. If this goes for Night Slash on this turn, I can lose Gardevoir to a crit. But it should never click Night Slash. Perfect. Now, because we've knocked off the Quick Claw, this has no way of outspeeding Gardevoir. We outspeed this and kill. Final Mon. Final fight of the stream. This is now Breloom. Like I said, this Breloom has Bright Powder, which reduces your chance to hit it. That's the problem, because if I stay in and Breloom clicks Bullet Seed, Gardevoir can die, even though I am faster than it and I outspeed it. But if I miss, which is I think like 10% chance, I just lose Gardevoir. Some of the time, because this is quite likely to click Mark Punch. However, the safest way that we can get around this is we go via Corviknight. That's fine. Is a crit fine though? It is. Bullet Seed 5 hit doesn't do 62 HP. So this is never Bullet Seed, that's what I need. We go into Basculegion. The key thing is that it's never Bullet Seed this turn. This is now always Bullet Seed. The whole point of all of that was to get in Executor, because if I switched Executor in on Mark Punch or Rock Tomb, double crit max roll kills me. So all of this was to avoid a 2 crits and 2 max rolls from happening. It was pretty fictional, but the guaranteed line is there, so why wouldn't I take it? I have a zoom lens on this Executor, which increases accuracy by 2 stages, so long as I'm slower. And I am. So we live any hit this Breloom wants to go for, and we kill with Draco Meteor. That's how you deal with the hacks items for Aqua Grunt 1 at least. Let's see how we deal with the rest.